Welcome back to FilmFloggers. We review films and flog dead horses, so you don't have to. Is this week's film choice a complete waste of your viewing time? Much like flogging / beating a dead horses, get it? Please head over to www.filmfloggers.com to check out all of our previous floggings. And while you're there, maybe hang out for a while, look around and vote for our next film. Click on vote, or visit www.filmfloggers.com/vote. Are you an idiot? If so, please check out our Idiot's Guide to Reviewing Us, where even a big dummy like you can leave us a red-hot review. Here at FilmFloggers, we pride ourselves on offering 1-star content with 5-star effort. Once on the website, please click on Idiot's Guide, or visit us at www.filmfloggers.com/review-us. That should have been Idiot's Guide. My fault, I didn't change the URL. Annoying. Once again, filmfloggers.com/review-us. Believe it or not, we now have a Patreon. I know what you're thinking. You have the audacity to ask us to pay to receive more of this. Pause for dramatic effect. Yes. We have a Patreon exclusive show called Nitpickers. I think you'll like it. Please visit www.filmfloggers.com/support-us. Again, that hyphen is annoying, should have removed it. Or head straight to our Patreon page. Patreon.com/filmwafflers. No idea why I did film wafflers. Another mistake. Where you can support us for as little as £1 British or $1.50. And while you're on the website, punch that big purple subscribe button and tell a friend about the vlog. Wife, husband, boyfriend, girlfriend, partner, mistress, your nan, granddad, your kids. They can tell their friends. They can tell their friends at school about the vlog. But in all seriousness, this really helps the podcast grow and enables us to enrich or ruin the lives of the hundreds of millions of earlobes we haven't reached yet. Very quickly, there's a short intro before Just Friends begins, which was meant to be about 2 minutes, ended up being about 7. But I've cut it down to about 90 seconds, maybe 2 minutes, worth of just random shit. All I was trying to say in this intro was give a really quick rundown of all the woes and all the problems I've been having with this podcast the last few months with Flogmas and Flogoween and the stress and everything, and some of the reasons why I may come off as a bit of a cunt. So watch out for the full rundown in 2022. I'll lay it all out for you because everyone cares. Everyone wants to hear my pain and my struggles and my suffering. But I'm doing it for you. I'm doing it for the fans. I'm a nice guy. Honest. Okay, that'll do. So just enjoy listening to some ramblings before Just Friends.
We did have a hissy fit prior to the episode as well, which tensions were rising.
We'll try and figure out a way just to make it a lot more accessible.
We can't.
If we get my mum back or we get someone else in or whatever, I need to be looking at everyone. I'm not looking at you half the time, so I end up talking over you, and I can accept that I sound like a massive cunt a lot of the time, and I'm not making excuses. That's fine. I don't mind sounding like a massive cunt, so that's not an issue.
Oh, Bunny, you're not.
I don't mind that. It's fine.
You're a bit of a prick, but not a cunt.
But the thing is, it's annoying because I can't help some of this stuff because of the setup we've had and everything else. But anyway, so that's just a very quick summary. I wasn't happy with the episode,
okay.
and we were...
He's not looking at me. So
stressful.
Yeah, so...
Annoying.
We were doing too many podcasts as well, weren't we?
We were, yes.
Yes, but that's going to all change in the new year, and we're going to be happy floggers in the new year, okay? Not angry, cuntish floggers. Okay?
Jesus. Yes, okay, we need to end this because this is waffling.
Thank you for listening to Ben's waffle.
This is pretty much the intro for the new year. You're ruining it because we're talking too much.
Happy New Year, good tidings I bring to you and your kids.
Yes.
So thank you for listening, and you'll get the full version of this in the new year.
So that was a problem as well. So
okay, goodbye, Ben.
It needs to change.
Okay, thank you.
Enjoy Just Friends. It wasn't the best. I'm a massive cunt.
I quite enjoyed it. And you are gone. Well,
it's okay, but for me listening back, I just shouldn't have been part of the episode.
No, you shouldn't have.
No.
Goodbye.
It was just frustrating.
Okay, end it, Ben.
We'll talk more in the new year. Thanks. Okay.
Happy New Year.
Yeah. All the best. Yeah.
I think that was a bit too long, Ben.
Right, can you talk, please, Mum?
Yes, I'm talking.
Right, louder.
Hi.
What's what I'm saying? Can't hear you.
Yeah.
This is the problem.
Hang on. What about now?
Oh, that's better.
Is that louder?
Yep, definitely.
Yes?
In my ears it is.
Barely. Talk, please, Fiona.
Hello, Bunny. Are you feeling okay over there?
No.
It's a shame we went longer because you could put it on there with an arm.
I've already tried it.
Boom.
On this one.
Yeah. Okay.
Hello.
Hello, Bunny.
Can you hear me okay? Like this?
Yep, I can.
Talk again.
I'm talking again. Testing, testing. 1, 2, 3. I can go nearer.
I bet you wish you took my offer of a cushion now.
That's right. No, because I'd be like that.
Oh, yeah.
Fucking hell.
Forgiveness.
It's more than saying sorry. To forgive is divine. So something about wine. Time.
Hideous.
Well, then, wait, I have it here. So forgiveness is divine. So let's have a glass of wine and have make-up sex until the end of time.
Time.
Right, one more time. Speak again, please,
Speak
Mum.
again. I'm speaking again, Ben. I'm speaking again. 1, 2, 3.
4, 5, 6.
Oh, fuck.
Are we good to go?
I'm feeling it over here.
I'm not sure about this single track with 3 different people. That's...
Right, why didn't you just record for a couple of minutes?
Yeah.
See what happens.
Can you do a test one and then listen to it back? Speak again. Jesus Christ, Ben, am I not going to be able to move at any time?
Ideally not, no, because that's creating a lot of noise.
Okay. Maybe I might sit like this then.
This is the problem,
Just in case,
isn't it?
'cause I think I might...
This is probably going to be an answer no. But what about if we use the trays for the food? Because then at least that way it's going to be on... oh, no, it's not going to work. Never mind.
It's all right.
Trays for the food, huh?
It's all coming up. We got trays for the food.
Wait, will the picnic table fit there?
What's the picnic table?
Picnic table's just here. It'll fit, surely it's got there.
Yeah, but again, she'll have to be leaning over.
Yeah, that's all right.
So what's better?
Well,
It's either this setup or she's leaning over.
Just need that to bring. What I'm going to do is put that on there. Like that.
We are
Oh,
recording,
that's better.
so...
Oh, that's better.
Oh,
Okay.
Right, can you hear me okay?
I can hear you. Ben, can you hear everyone?
I can hear all sorts of noise.
Oh,
All sorts of noise.
oh, we're feeling good.
Oh, jeez.
What sort of noise can you hear?
All sorts of just noise.
Oh. Like what?
Ben hears things.
I see people.
I hear people.
Okay.
I hear sound.
Okay, Fiona,
Yes,
do you want to
we're here.
introduce what we're doing? I should say that I wasn't meant to be here, and I'm regretting being here massively.
We're all regretting being here massively.
It's Dan Mackle's fault, actually. That's whose fault it is. He suggested I
Fucking Dan.
appear on this
Yeah.
episode in a producer role, which sounded quite funny because then I could move you along. And naturally, I don't want to deprive the fans of hearing from me and hearing my thoughts on Just Friends. So here I am. But in reality, trying to set this up in this fucking mezzanine is stressful.
Not for me. I'm quite happy over
No,
here.
not for anyone else. No, just me.
Oh, he's
Just
already
me.
stomped off a couple of times, but
Just me.
just me.
But it's just one of those, isn't it? It's just one of those, like the
Squash over there.
the Tom mentality. It's just do it. It sounds all right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
sounds
what
good
it is,
to me.
isn't it?
It is
Sounds
what it
good.
is, Ben.
Sounds fine.
Yeah.
No noise.
So I thought that you were in a producer role. So as far as I'm aware, producing it to
I'm
be quiet.
just getting us into it. Yeah, I'm just getting us into it.
I'm sure we
I'll
can get
move it-
ourselves into it.
I'll move it along when I need to.
So today is a very exciting day on the world of podcasting on FilmFloggers. I have to be on my very best behaviour because my darling mother-in-law is doing a podcast with me. How fun. What do you think of that, mum-in-law?
Hello. Well, I'm just slightly anxious about the glass of orange squash that's sitting near the roadcaster.
Oh, that was funny. God, do you remember that stream?
Such a mother.
Remember that
Yes,
stream that everyone
yes.
watched when I knocked the glass over?
Exactly.
That was hilarious. It took me about 4 hours to set that up.
Funny
that was
enough.
on Game Floggers, wasn't it?
It
Oh, yeah.
was.
Do you remember Game
Oh,
Floggers?
Game Floggers. Oh, how we go back the memories.
That was good, wasn't it?
Yeah, all
Back
bad
in the day.
memories over here.
Yep.
All four,
Anxiety-ridden.
all 4 streams, yeah.
Yep.
That
We
was-
did more than 4 streams
That was
then.
hilarious.
Yeah, unfortunately, our producer is actually going to be one of our co-hosts and involved in this conversation today. So, by the
Sadly.
looks of things.
Sadly.
I'm just here to move it along.
Okay.
Just here to keep it going, keep the
Okay.
energies up.
Well, who's going to sing? What day are we on? 11th. 10th.
the tent.
What's the 11th? Oh, right, yes.
Yeah.
Yes, this is the 10th.
11th.
Yes, because we've already
10th.
recorded the 11th.
Yep.
So we're going back again. Yes. Okay, well, surely it should be you two, shouldn't it?
Okay, you're ready.
Take it away.
Do you know what we do, Mother?
Regards to what?
Oh, you're using my mum's name. That should be. I have to beep that out. Do you not want to be kept
Rename enough.
Oh, anonymous, please.
anonymous.
Yeah, it's just obviously for the
Right.
fans.
How many
I don't
times have you
wanna
used
be
her name?
People.
I've called her mum-in-law.
Yeah.
All right.
Maybe I'll call her
I don't want
monster-in-law.
people coming around knocking on my door
No.
to take photos,
Right.
autographs.
So are you ready to hear me sing?
I was just about to say to my mother,
Oh,
is she aware of what's about to happen?
I have no awareness of anything. I'm just here
Right.
for the.
She'll just
so-
go
Here
with
for
the
the
flow,
ride.
Ben. She'll
So
go with the
it's-
flow.
It's true love sent to me, isn't it?
No, it's gave to me in my eyes.
True love sent to
Yeah.
me.
So there's been some confusion for some reason.
Partridge in a pear tree.
Right. Yeah.
That's out
I
of tune.
feel some, without listening back to them again, I feel some episodes we've got sent to me, and then for some reason, recently there's been some confusion on Fiona's part, which has led into me being confused with this sent to me, gave to me.
Yeah, it's actually sent to me,
I'm
but I
so-
think it gave
right.
to me because I get things
I'm so
wrong.
far gone that I'm just taking her word for it,
Mhm.
which is just a
Dangerous.
disaster, isn't it?
Sent to me. I'm
Yes,
just
yes,
gonna
that's
jump
what I've.
in there.
Yes, yeah.
Okay.
So Fiona's going to sing that, and then you're
You-
going to. Oh,
You just tell us what the film is.
Yes, that's right. Yeah, pretty technical.
Do you want to know what the name of the film is? You seem very confused
well,
over
hang on.
there.
Sorry,
Just friends.
if we get Mother to sing it,
All
'cause
right,
she's the
Mother sing
guest,
it.
That'd
Yeah.
be nice,
What am I
wouldn't it?
singing?
On the 10th day of Christmas.
On the what day?
It's the
the 10th.
This is the 10th
On
episode.
the 10th. Is it 10th or 10th?
10th.
Just wanted to kind of
This
get
is
that
the
out
10th
there as
episode.
well.
So that's
So I'm singing on the 10th day of Christmas, my true love sent to me.
yes, that's right.
Okay, you just want the whole line, do you?
Yeah,
Okay.
whenever you're ready.
Okay. On the 10th day of Christmas, my true love sent to me.
Just friends.
That's
Just-
great.
That's hideous.
That's great. That's
Right.
superb.
Okay, so we are doing Just Friends 2005. Very disappointed about this review. 6.2 on the IMDb, which to me is ridiculous. So while visiting his hometown during Christmas, a man comes face to face with his old high school crush, who he was best friends with, a woman whose rejection of him turned him into a ferocious womanizer. Directed by Roger Cumble. Very interesting films he has here. The Sweetest Sweetest Thing? What's it called? Yeah. Cruel Intentions, and he also did some of the Suits as well.
Suits.
Yes.
The TV show.
Yes,
Yeah.
TV show Suits.
Is that got Meghan Markle in it? That one. Is that Suits?
Yes, that's Suits, isn't it? Yes, it is Suits.
Yeah.
I've never seen Suits. So.
Either have I. Have you?
No.
No.
I think he's done 12. Was it 12 episodes he directed?
Yeah.
Suits?
Oh, you've got the same trivia, right? Okay.
Yeah.
he's just kinda
IMVD.
just
God.
Straight on
I've
Google.
got a feeling this could be a pretty short conversation.
Yes.
That's
So
the case.
we've got Ryan Reynolds, who plays our main character, Chris Brandel or Bradner.
Fit.
He's in, yeah.
Chris,
he's
what? Sorry,
Chris Brander.
Brander.
Yeah.
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 You do hear the
Can
name.
you please stop interrupting
do-
me?
You do hear the name a
Just
lot.
because Mummy's here, she's not going to save you, Ben.
Did you say that this is her second appearance?
No, I didn't say that,
Oh,
Ben, but
right.
I'm busy
Oh.
at the minute talking about something else.
Sorry. I'm just trying to move you along.
Ryan Reynolds, Chris Brander, he is known for Deadpool, Ted, a film that we did, the Amityville Horror. We did that during the 31 days of, what was
Ted?
it? Flogoween or whatever. Yeah,
Ted?
Ted, the film Ted.
What was it? Is it that forgettable?
Was he in Ted?
He was in Ted, yeah, with the teddy
makes
bear.
He makes a cameo appearance, yes.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Yes, he's got lots more
Blade,
films.
Blade,
Yeah.
definitely maybe.
Trinity.
Captive.
Loads of films.
R.I.P.D.
Oh, what's that one that you were on about with The Rock?
Hitman's Bodyguard. Oh, the new one. That's
Oh,
the
Fucking hell. Red Notice.
Red Notice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We've got Amy Smart, who plays Jamie Palomino, which is his love interest.
Jamie who?
Palomino. She's in Crank and The Butterfly Effect. We've got Anna Faris, who plays Samantha Jones. She's in The House Bunny, My Super Ex-Girlfriend, Scary Movie, The Hot Chick. You know how much I like The Hot Chick. I like that film.
Hot Chicks.
The Hot Chick. Oh, I watched this in the plaza like about 10 times. Oh, brilliant.
She's in a lot of duds, Anna Faris.
Well, the thing is with her, just a bit of trivia, shouldn't be doing it now, but she apparently drank loads of Red Bull to keep up with the, dramatics of this film.
Yeah.
But she's like this in most of her films. So what, she's down with Red Bull every film she's doing?
That's trivia, is it? She
Yeah.
drank a lot of
Yeah,
Red Bull.
yeah.
because she had to
And-
stay scatty. So in order to stay that way,
Mhm.
she drunk a lot of Red Bull. Apparently.
And a bit of trivia
she's a
as
fucking
well.
she's a fucking actor.
And
God.
Ryan Reynolds in this film, or Chris Brander, he's actually walks by a sign that says Red Bull. He works for a company called Red Bull, just to let you know. Chris Klein, who plays...
I don't think it's called Red Bull.
It is called Red Bull. I noticed
Are
that.
you sure?
Yes, I noticed that when I was looking at the extra scenes.
It's definitely Red Bull.
Yep.
It's not red something else.
Not red.
Are you 100% sure?
So,
It's embarrassing.
Chris-
I've not got my phone to check this.
right.
Oh,
So we've got
dear.
Chris Klein as Dusty Dinkelman, American Pie, and Chris Marquette, his brother, who plays Mike. He's in The Girl Next Door.
Good film, I think. Again, I'd
It
like
is
to
a good
watch that.
film.
I'd like to see how that holds up.
The Girl Next Door. What
Yeah.
one was that one? about?
Alicia Cuthbert. She was the hot thing back in the early 2000s. Yeah, she was. Well, I'm sure she still is quite attractive. What TV series was she in? Oh no, she was in 24, wasn't she? That's where she started. She played old. What's the guy called? Kiefer Sutherland. What's his name in it? Jack Bauer.
Jack Bauer, yeah.
She plays the daughter of Jack, I
Oh,
think.
she's annoying.
Oh right, oh dear.
A really, really annoying character in that 24.
Oh right.
The worst character.
I've not really seen
Me,
24, so I
personally.
can't.
I actually haven't seen it at all.
Terrible.
Can someone check the? Well, I guess me as the producer should be checking that the Red Bull red.
I do have my phone
Record
here.
label.
I can check that. But is it important?
It's not really
Not
important.
It's not
Really?
important as
It's
such.
it's a
just,
Fiona error. It's
Probably.
scattered throughout.
Right.
So
I think
you know.
it's just
Yeah.
let's just confirm that that's wrong. Whatever it
Yeah.
is, it's wrong.
So let's just start about the film, going into the film. So I don't know if you noticed, but Chris in the first few scenes, his hairstyle really reminds me of Ben's. Did you get that?
What the
Yeah.
the tight, slightly permed look.
Did you not think that?
Yeah, I'm looking at it now. Yeah, that is similar. To be
very,
fair.
very
It's
similar.
The chin as well, maybe.
The chin, yeah.
The
yeah
triple chin.
He's got a little bit of fat suit going on, especially
Yeah.
when he's there, like in the mirror. I
Yeah.
swear. I'm just like, that's Ben.
Yeah,
It's Ben.
yeah, it could almost be.
Right. When do I bring
Yeah.
the music in? Shall I bring it in?
Yeah,
Yeah,
bring it
yeah.
in.
I swear
It's beautiful.
by the moon and the stars,
If you listen, you can hear him. Can you hear him? You
I'll be there.
Yeah, who?
I swear.
can hear him singing the song.
Right.
Oh, can you?
Yeah, I can hear him. It's because you've only
Yeah,
got one
but
headpiece
not-
in.
Yeah, I've only got one.
I'll be there.
Jesus.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ah.
He did that in one take, by the way, when he decided to do
Oh,
that.
well, he's just superb, isn't he,
just
Ryan?
just did it.
He's just amazing in this film.
He's just
Oh, it's
he's
just
just absolutely superb.
So which did you prefer? Chubby Ryan Reynolds or skinny Ryan
I'll
Reynolds?
go for the skinny Ryan Reynolds.
Yeah, I
to be
think so
fair.
too. I think
Yeah.
so too.
I'd invite that back. Lots. Wouldn't let him go.
You'd be
Your
kicking
voice is cutting out,
you'd be
which
kicking
is
him into
really
bed.
pissing me off.
Oh,
but
why is it
that's-
cutting out?
Who knows?
Oh.
Who cares? I don't.
Are you deliberately doing that when I'm talking about Ryan Reynolds?
I
Yeah.
think so,
How
yeah.
fit he is.
Oh, that's why. For some reason, you've got all the settings on.
Oh.
Oh dear.
I don't have all the
So,
settings on. That's Ben.
I think for the first, right. Oh, oral exciter as well.
Oh,
Oh wow,
Oh,
wow. Big
everything's
bottoms on. They're all on.
everything's on.
What's a big bottom?
Holy fuck.
Oh,
How much,
what
Ben?
does that-
Mother's present.
What does that mean?
Well, noise gate was on, so that makes sense. The old noise gate was on. Well, because I've not used the third one before, have I?
So does that
So
mean
they're
like,
all
you've got
t-
like Harry there breathing on it?
We're not allowed breathing.
I
in
just
this
think you're,
podcast.
gonna,
Oh,
you're
we
not
don't-
going
we're
to
not allowed
sound
to
too
breathe.
good
No.
for the
Oh.
first 10 minutes. But
Oh, maybe. cut
anyway,
that
I've turned it off now, so we should be all right.
We'll
Yeah,
cut
so
that.
let's move swiftly on. So yeah,
Moving.
guys, let's talk about the film. What do you think? Opening scenes. What do you think?
Opening scene. To be fair, I mean, I've always liked this film. I've always said
I
I like
love
this
this
film.
film.
I think anything that's got Ryan Reynolds in is just funny anyway. Doesn't matter if it's tripe or not. I just find it funny. But I actually preferred the film later on when his slimmer character came
Do you see?
into
Do you
it,
see?
to
Do you
be
see the
fair.
problem here? Do you see?
Yes, I
do you-
moved my head apparently.
This is the
towards
thing.
Fiona when I
This
spoke.
is the problem.
Would
This
you
is
like
the
me to
problem with
move
this.
the microphone?
Well, there's
as
nothing
I
you can do.
speak?
There's nothing you can do. But it's you may as well just not have one because
See the way I get so cross with Ben because he just interrupts while you're mid sentence.
Yes, and those were my flow.
I'm
again.
interrupting because of the.
I feel as though you should be a therapist.
Yeah, I had the microphone
I know,
in the wrong
I know.
position.
But I'm saying it's understandable because you're obviously talking to Fiona, so it makes sense.
Okay.
And I
This is the
swear,
thing.
So if I have the microphone here,
It's a
where
shame.
I've got it
yes.
now.
Forgiveness.
better?
It's a shame that because I'll become so
is
unwell that we
more
won't
than
actually make
saying
it
sorry.
to 2022. So we won't actually ever get the chance to sit in a normal room, which is a shame.
Why?
So I always look back and think, oh, what could this have sounded like if we were just sat in a normal room? But
Oh.
I'll never make it there, unfortunately. So
Oh.
Forgiveness.
Oh.
that's a shame. Real shame.
Okay, sure. Not sure what to add to that.
Well, there's nothing.
Oh.
I'm just saying, I can't imagine.
Well, I have the
energy to
microphone
keep
in
going.
the centre now, so that when I turn to address either of you, it's there.
Well, I'm just looking at my notes anyway. Just pretend I'm not here.
Okay.
How can we when you keep interrupting?
Exactly.
I'm just doing my producer
just
stuff.
going to like grate my teeth on the microphone.
So So you see, this is usually what happens when we do a podcast
Yes.
with Ben is he likes to spend at least 20 minutes giving out about something or another.
Yeah, moaning.
So that's why he's interrupting quite
Well,
a
it's
lot.
the same
Okay.
stuff.
Oh,
I give
there he
out.
goes again.
I give out
Yeah.
about.
Yeah, there we go again.
Yeah, going back to the beginning of the film, that wasn't my favourite part of the film, the beginning part, when he was playing with the fat suit. It was okay, but it just, wasn't my favourite part. It was the latter part
Well, yeah.
is when it came into its own, to be fair.
I just think all of it, he just, from the get-go, there's just little things that he does, which is just amazing. When they're in the bedroom, for example, when he's giving her the yearbook, she runs onto the bed and like she literally like starfishes onto the bed, and he pretends to jump and just gently sits down on it.
Yeah.
And like he kissing the yearbook, he's like taking the retainer out and just doing all these sorts of things, and it's just.
Yeah, he is funny, to be fair. The thing is, what makes him even funnier is his facial expressions. He doesn't have to say anything.
Yeah, I know.
He's just using facial expressions, which is enough to make him funny.
Yeah.
But that's what he's good at, isn't it?
Yeah.
And I think that first part of the film was based more for me on his facial expressions more than what he says.
just when he's in that mirror singing that song, and it's at the end as well. I swear. Dusty Dinkelman, he comes in this bit, he barges into the room and he actually starts singing.
Yes, he does.
Jamie Smiles at the beginning.
Yes.
I didn't realise that until we rewatched it.
Yeah, because later on he does say that, it's been like 15 years in the making, that song, isn't it? In order to entice her in. And it's taken him that amount of time to try and claim her.
So it's taken 15 minutes to write Jamie Smiles.
Yeah, he was hideous.
Yeah. I actually didn't realise that he was your man out of American Pie. Didn't realise.
Oz,
I didn't
yes.
put two and two together.
Yeah.
Did not do that.
I think he's all right in this.
Yeah, he was all right.
I think he's quite boring in American Pie.
Well, he is. He's a softie, isn't he?
Yeah, he played the stiff, didn't he,
Yeah.
really, in American Pie,
Mm.
to be fair. But he was quite good in this one. I quite liked the change of character, how pretending to be nice, pretending to be all caring and gentlemanly, but actually behind the scenes he was a complete arsehole.
He just wanted the revenge.
Yes, he did.
Revenge.
Yes.
So yeah, then we see Chris or Ryan Reynolds. You see him in America, in LA, wherever he is. And he's like a big shot. He's literally a womanizer. He's disregarding women left, right and centre. He's trying to play women. He's just literally a frigging nightmare. So
He's a womanizer.
He's a womanizer, Ben. Yes, a ferocious womanizer, I believe I said. at the
Purely
beginning.
just because of the fact that how he in his own mind felt Jamie had treated him and had put him in the friend zone, which made him go on and be a womanizer because he basically had something to prove.
Well, yeah.
Right, so my biggest thing with this film was that it's quite hard to get on board with the characters in terms of actually liking them.
Oh, I love
They're-
Ryan. Sorry.
Yeah, but they're all quite unlikable, and the deleted scenes helped piece the relationship between Chris and
Yeah.
Jamie together a little bit more because their relationship develops a little bit more. But it's just you're not rooting for any of these characters. Yes, it's funny. The film's funny. This sort of film, normally I'd watch this and go, "Oh, this is shit." So it's one of those rare films, romantic comedies, which I'm not saying I don't like romantic comedies, but it's one of those films where a lot of the time I would have issues with, I struggle with. But I don't struggle with this film. I never have.
It's just
And every
hilarious.
time I
You
re-
were giggling like a schoolgirl watching this.
I've never giggled in my life.
Yes, you.
I don't giggle.
Oh.
Yes, you were, Ben.
There was
yes,
no,
you
there was
were.
no
You
giggling.
were
Right,
beside me on the
that's not
sofa.
fucking giggling, is it?
Well,
Chortling.
whatever the word is.
But do
Chortling.
you see what I'm trying to say?
Yeah, so I'm quite disappointed that the thing that I sent over to you, Iris, on the YouTube, it was 12 minutes long of deleted scenes. I don't understand why they had to be deleted because they were actually brilliant. When they're in the restaurant, when he comes back to the hometown, visit his mother or whatever, him and Jamie go on a day date, and the lady in the restaurant comes out with what they used to order 10 years ago, whatever it was, and he gets like chocolate pancakes, and they have to swap the food, and you see him take a glass of water. I'm stuffed. But then in the deleted scenes, you see him actually take a bite of the pancakes, and then he goes and makes himself sick because he can't believe he's done that,
Yeah.
and then he drinks a gallon of mouthwash afterwards, which is just brilliant. Like, brilliant. And she literally comes back in and she's just like, what have you drank? You stink. Like, have you... What did she say? Can't remember what she said, but yeah.
Well, it's fine. I understand in some ways why they did it because they had to keep up this douchiness. It's Ryan Reynolds, it's Chris Brander, he's terrible. He's an arsehole. But again, you have to then try and make us believe that these two are going to get together and it makes a bit of sense, other than that they were best friends 10 years ago. And that's just it. They were best friends 10 years ago. He's come back, he's lost weight. He's always loved her. She likes him now because it's Ryan Reynolds and he's not fat anymore. So that's it. you don't question it too much because it's who cares, but it's hard to accept it.
But what was unrealistic about it is that he disappeared for 10 years, but didn't ever speak to his best friend ever again in those 10 years, which that didn't make sense to me. So he ran away from Jamie and they were best friends, but they never spoke in that entire time, which is a bit weird.
Yeah,
that didn't make sense to me.
Because you just don't finish school and then the next day you go to college. You don't do that. You've got the summer holidays, you've got all that. So that didn't make sense. And he sacked off his 2 other friends as well.
Yeah, so no calls, no letters, no emails, no
Well, I know, but then
anything.
again, that goes into the film, doesn't it? It was because he was so upset by what happened that he started shouting, I'm going to prove everyone wrong. I'm getting out of this town. I'm better than this. And he waddles off on his bike.
That was
doesn't waddle off.
a Bruce Springsteen line, wasn't it, from one of his songs, I think, that line that he used when he cycled away, apparently.
What does he say when he cycles away? I can't remember.
Write that down.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's great.
didn't
Thank
write
God I'm
that
here
down.
then. Thank God I'm here.
Didn't write that down.
Even though
but
I've not got it
I
either.
believe it was a Bruce Springsteen line.
I did actually read that.
I like the bit when he was running away and someone says something to the effect of, throw that guy a salad, quick. Did you catch
Chris,
it?
try a salad.
Yeah, I heard that.
Oh, right, yeah.
Yeah.
That was okay.
Yeah,
Yeah,
heard
when
that.
he's running down the stairs. He's running down the stairs and then he goes out and he thinks that Jamie's going in to give him a kiss and he's there and she gives him a hug.
It's not just Ryan Reynolds that I've got an issue with. It's
Jamie.
Jamie as well. Again, it's like, well, she's in this town for years and years and she's not settled down. And
Well, she's just a high school girl.
what was if he'd have come back? If he'd have come back the same? A fat Ryan Reynolds. She's still going, oh, no thanks, Chris. We could be friends, but no thanks.
So the thing is with their whole relationship, as you mentioned, Ben, when we were watching it, every single encounter they have is a fucking disaster.
Yeah.
Every single encounter. And that's why when I seen the deleted scenes, I was like, oh, they should have been in. Because you can actually see the relationship progressing in the deleted scenes. You've got these little moments. And there's actually one area where, I think it's the night they went to the cinema to see The Notebook with Dusty, the mother, and them two. And he brings her home. They have hot chocolate. They have like a lovely evening together. They're dancing in front of a car doing this cheerleading act, which they used to do beforehand. And it's actually really nice. And she even mentioned that she then invites him to the Christmas party at her parents' house the next night, and that's how he gets there. So we get that idea. And then she goes up to him when he's on the stairs and just like, where's the guy? How come I got this guy? Like, where's the guy from last night? The funny guy.
Well, I'm not saying that you need all the deleted scenes.
You need them.
The cheerleading stuff is, yeah, but they look.
But then he drops her.
They watch the cheerleading stuff on the on one of the tapes, don't they? Anyway,
Yeah.
so you don't need all of it. But again, maybe if you have it, then I don't know. But again, it's just one of those again where one, I shouldn't be talking because I'm the producer, and two, it's like, well,
Yeah, but he
it's
become more likeable
whatever.
later on in the film, particularly when he found out that Dusty was an arsehole. And then obviously saw him in the hospital with the nurse. He then became likeable because he wanted then to protect her.
Yeah.
So he become more of a likeable character because it was less then about him wanting her, and it become more about him wanting to protect her.
As a friend, it didn't really
Yes.
matter whether it was, yeah.
Yeah.
well, yeah, yes and no.
Slightly
but
changed, didn't it?
But
Well,
I think like as the movie goes on, Ryan Reynolds' character kind of progresses to the likable, lovable fat guy.
Yeah.
Basically, he kind of comes back to
Well, he
the
was
way
always
he
that
was.
fat guy, wasn't
Well,
he?
yeah.
He was just disguised now in a skinny
guy.
body, but he was always that same guy.
Yeah. Like a bit goofy, a bit kind of like a bit awkward, I suppose would be the right word.
If you remember the scene where he goes to get his skates, and his mum Joyce, the way she always says that, always made me laugh on that phone. Joyce, when she came out and he was looking for his skates, and obviously she said that she threw them away, etc., etc. And then he found his snow globes.
Yeah,
and you notice the scene where he hugs his snow globes, which then takes you back to how he was when he was in his fat suit.
Yeah.
So he was always the same person,
just hiding it.
but just hidden in this kind of skinny, fit, sort of successful rich guy, but always the same person.
There's another scene as well. I just when he's at her house, when he's singing Jamie Small's song in front of the family, he goes upstairs and he uses the loo, washes his hand, and he gets water all over his pants.
Yeah.
And they all call him Mr. Pee-Pee Pants.
Yes.
So that's why he's sitting on the stairs, is because everyone's calling him Pee-Pee Pants. And then she goes up to him and she says that to him, and she's like, why are you up here? And she's, oh, stick around, I'm going to shit myself.
Yeah, that's funny.
Why did you take that out? Why?
That's funny. But I mean, there was a great scene going back to the start of the film when he was when he went to the recording studio.
Oh.
And obviously she'd pulled his trousers down and he was just sat there on that sofa while she was playing on the guitar. And then the scene where the trousers fell
Drop
to the ankles afterwards, the timing of that was just superb.
It's like when
Well,
she
hang
starts
on,
singing.
hang on.
When she starts singing,
Oh,
it's just
no,
like,
yeah.
go on.
No, sorry, please.
Yeah, when she starts
After you.
singing, it's just like, this is shit. Even my trousers can't stay up. It's so shit.
Well, hang on.
Oh,
Here
you ready,
we go.
Iris? Get your vocals going.
Oh, that's the wrong one. That's the wrong one.
Oh,
No, she
awful.
sings forgiveness to him.
Oh,
So
that's
that
right,
was
she
that
does.
was the song
Oh,
she was
that's
singing
right,
when
right.
he turned
Yeah,
up.
when he turns
Okay,
out.
okay.
And I like the way he's just like,
I'm about to play it.
you
I'm
can't
about to
hear
play
me.
it.
You can't hear me. Oh, light bulb.
Can't hear me,
Yeah.
right? Okay.
This one's called Forgiveness.
Can you hear the trousers? Ready?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that's it.
Oh,
It's
such a
more
good
than
scene.
saying sorry.
Don't sing over it, Fiona, please. Fucking hell.
I don't know which
To
one's
forgive
worse.
is divine.
That chin nearly
So
hit the
let's
microphone.
have a glass of wine and have makeup.
I don't understand why you're singing over it. I'm putting it on just for the clip. You're singing over
I'm
it.
singing it, Ben, because
I don't
I'm
want
a
you
great
to,
singer.
I don't want you to fucking sing it.
Shut up, producer. See, she got involved.
Yep, there you
How
go.
come you're not giving it out to mother?
So,
What do you think?
But that was a good scene. That
Yeah.
was good. I mean, there was many scenes, funny scenes throughout the film. And I mean, obviously, when he was on the at the ice rink and he came down and he was on the ambulance stretcher and
It's
the way
deep.
they face planted him down the slope was, you know, everything about everything he was doing was just going wrong for him,
Yeah.
wasn't it? They couldn't. Everything he tried turned to shit, basically. So everything that he had almost, achieved through those 10 years, that he'd become successful in so many different aspects, everything that he'd achieved actually meant nothing because
No.
everything he was doing, he was just getting hit in the face every single time. So everything was devalued. Everything he achieved was worth nothing because everything was going wrong for him. It's quite interesting that he'd come back basically and had become the same person as when he left.
Well, it's like when you do stuff, when you're trying too hard to do something, it's just going to fuck up, isn't it?
Yeah.
And that's what to say.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
you get that a lot, don't you, with people who leave their hometown and they go off and they achieve things and they come back and then they can regress or it's really miserable because you go back and you just see the same people that you left 10 years ago. Oh, yeah, what are you up to, mate? Oh, I'm just still here, married, fucking miserable. What about you? Yeah. So that's what it is, isn't it? And then there's certain events that take place throughout the film with the ice hockey and everything where he starts to regress back into his former self and all the rest of it. The reason why he sacked off the town and everyone in it is because he had to. There was no like checking in what everyone's doing. And then that's why he got his mum and his brother, they came out to LA because he never wanted to go back. It
Just like
just
he was
held
too-
painful memories for him, didn't
Well, it's like he was too embarrassed because obviously, you know, the whole school then found out that he was in love with Jamie. That was
Well,
very
exactly,
personal
yeah.
to him. Bearing in mind he was wearing a cat t-shirt saying "I love Jamie" or whatever written on it, or "best friends forever," best friends forever. So you can imagine how damaging that would be to someone's ego as well, regardless of how goofy they are.
But what was also interesting is just how all the characters changed. So at the beginning of the film, you had the character that switched the yearbooks over, the one that came into the Jamie's bedroom, and then he was reading the yearbook out. So you had that character who, at that time, obviously played one of the popular
Popular
kids. And then later on, and then you had Dusty, who was a character who had the spots and he had the bad hair, the stammer, and he was obviously quite a vulnerable character at that point. But then later on, the popular kid had then become half bald and a drunk, and he was in the bar, wasn't he, asking for
money.
$5 and everything to get another drink. And then Dusty, who was the weaker character at the start, and he was the kid that probably everyone picked on, had now become this good-looking guy. He was a medic.
Just
he
like
could play
Chris.
the guitar, and he could do all those things. So it's funny how those roles with all those people changed. But the one that stayed consistent, the only consistent one, was the Jamie.
Yeah.
She stayed the same. So it was quite interesting.
Yeah, but you get that a lot, don't you, in films and stories. The jock at high school and, you know, the cheerleader who's really attractive.
Yeah, it's like when we did 13 Going on 30, isn't it? It's the same thing. The guy that she really fancied in it ended up being a taxi driver. And basically,
Yeah, it's about people who peak at high school. It's about jocks and cheerleaders who are like, yeah, you know, she's popular now, but she'll be done by 21. She'll have a couple of kids. She'll be rough by 30. Or
Then
she'll be dead.
That's what he said, didn't he? Chris said that to Jamie when they had that fallout when he said you peaked.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
just a girl who
Basically at
peaked in
high
high
school.
school.
That's the same with the
Yeah.
bloke.
Yeah.
It's all well and good him being the jock, the
But
captain of the football team, but now look at him, he's a mess.
And he's still wearing the
the
same jersey that he
Yeah.
was wearing like 10 years ago. He's wearing the
Class
senior number 10
95.
jacket.
Class 95.
Yeah.
You get that, don't you? The amount of people that you see that you can't stand at school who are like, cool, popular. And you see him now, like 10 years later, oh, look at this fucking state of them. Look at those fucking fat blobs. The amount of people that you see around here.
Nice.
No,
It's really nice, isn't
yeah,
it?
but the amount of people that you see around here.
Oh.
Girls as well. I used to go to school with who were
Oh.
rancid.
Oof.
Rancid. Not really to me, just rancid in general. And you see them, they're there wobbling down the street. You're like, oh yeah, how's it going? Looking good over there.
Well, Ben, forgive
How's that gut?
Yeah.
It's more than
Saying sorry. I've got to say, my favourite scene, I think, in the entire film was the scene when he picked up the Porsche and she's sitting in the Porsche with him and he says the line, he says, it's so ostentatious, it's all they had left. And then he did that facial expression.
It's like he's looking at the camera, but he's not looking at the way he does it.
But that's classic Ryan Reynolds humour, because he delivers a line and then he has his facial expression. And it was the one scene that I had to keep rewinding because it just made me laugh.
Of course you
it's
did.
the fact that he said it's so ostentatious, and the way he said it with that facial expression made it. If he hadn't have done the facial expression, it wouldn't have been so funny.
Yeah.
But it was just that for me is my favourite line in the film, because originally when he started off in his career, he wanted to be a stand-up comedian. So it's funny how, and obviously that didn't happen. He went into acting, but actually he has brought that element into his acting roles because he is a very good comedian, the way he delivers his lines. And you have to be a certain way to be able to deliver it how he delivers it.
Yeah, but he's always been like Reynolds. Even in his early films, he's always been like that. He's always had that the facial expressions, the looks. He's always done that since day dot.
But that skill was, he wanted to be a stand-up comedian, so you always had that skill because that was originally what he wanted to do. But then he obviously fell into the acting. So that was his strength, was the comedian side of things. So which obviously he brought into his acting skills. I mean, you can put him in any sort of shitty film, and a lot of the films he's done, okay, they're not brilliant, but actually he makes them funny.
Yeah.
Just by his particular character that he plays in each one. So
Yes, I guess
quite
so.
like-
Yes, Ryan Reynolds.
And then he stacks the
yeah.
bicycle. That's a simple scene, isn't it? When he literally face plants the floor of that bicycle and nothing is said. He just literally goes down, and there's just that split second of him just lying in the snow.
I thought he says, "Oh fuck" or something, doesn't he?
No, I don't think so.
No, he does. He goes, "Oh fuck it."
Does he?
Oh, yeah,
I
he does,
thought
actually.
Does he?
Yeah, he does.
Maybe I didn't hear that bit on it. I just saw him face plant, and I just thought that's just
I don't
brilliant.
know. What can you say about Reynolds? He's good. He's
Yeah.
good. Like, you look at that Red Notice, and that film is disgusting. But
Yeah, but
But it
again,
is-
there was funny
yeah.
lines in it. It just makes it funny. He got.
But,
What I read is that he got the part of Deadpool based on the fact that he was seen in the what was that other film he played? The Blade Trinity.
he played the Deadpool character in the X-Men. What was it? Origins.
Yeah, but in order for them to pick the person to play Deadpool, I believe that it was based from the Blade Trinity.
Yes.
I just have that scene in my head right now.
Of
Where he's
what?
on the sofa.
With the baby penis and the baby legs. That's just a brilliant scene. That's just sublime comedy right there. It's so simple, so stupid yet so funny.
It's just brilliant.
He's fantastic in those sort of things.
You've already mentioned Joyce as well, but what's with the mum?
Joyce?
What's with the mum? Like, why is it because she's popped up on these medication that they gave Samantha Jones as well? Like, she used to have the scene of Samantha Jones, she's after banging her head, and he said that he's after giving her mom's pills.
Yes.
Is that why Joyce is the way she is? Like, she's a bit kind of slow. She's not really taking it in. Like, yeah, I slapped a ham an hour ago. What ham did you slap?
that's
The ham
right.
I bought?
No, I think she's just
Like-
she's just ditched.
She's
isn't
just
she?
But she could be kind of gone because of the pills.
Yeah.
Because Samantha Jones was gone. She was eating fucking toothpaste.
Yeah. She is a strange character.
Very strange, because I just thought maybe that's why, is because she was popped up on these pills.
But what was interesting about it, although as strange as she was,
We're moving around. If we can just control ourselves. I'm hearing lots of.
as strange
lots
as
of
she
wires getting
was,
hit.
is the fact that her two boys completely respected her
Yeah.
and loved her.
Yeah.
And were always nice to her.
Yeah.
So it didn't matter how ditzy she was, even though obviously they argued themselves between the two of them. When she was in the room or spoke, they would stop and
Did listen to her.
yeah,
Yeah.
it was a funny the role that she played. It was just incredible.
Well, yeah, but it wouldn't have been funny, would it, if they were just an arsehole to her? Because she was funny, wasn't she? She was harmless.
Yeah.
So
It's when he was on the phone later and he was listening back to his messages and you heard, Joyce!
And when he's trying to ring Jamie, like have a conversation with Jamie, well, while I have you on the phone, what would you like for dinner? What is it, Chinese or something else? She's
pot roast.
Pot
yeah,
roast.
it's just brilliant. Samantha Jones, what do we think of her in this?
Samantha James, isn't it?
Yeah.
Or whatever her name is.
Was it Samantha James? Yeah, it was Samantha James. I like her as
James.
I actually think she's a good actress, to be fair, or actor, I should say. I like her. I think in other films that I've seen her in, I think she's very good. She's very, what would you say? Can you say she's pretty? I'm not sure if the word pretty is the right word for her, but she's very attractive and she
got
to
this
look
look.
at. She's got a certain look, hasn't she? But only for certain parts. That's the thing with her. But I like the way she acts. I like those sort of characters that she plays because I think she plays them really well.
Yeah. Yeah, she's kind of a bit all over the place. 1 minute she's up, 1 minute she's down. Like with the scene at the bar, I said she reminds me of me in it. I was going to say Ben's talking to Jamie. You've got Ryan talking to Jamie, and then you've got her in the back going, Chris, Chris, I'm busy too. And it's just brilliant. Yeah. It's just brilliant.
Yeah, she does play that well.
Yeah, she's good in this. As I said earlier on, she's been in a lot of shit.
Yeah.
Like a lot of shit.
I don't think I've ever seen The House Bunny.
Why would you?
Yeah.
Why would anyone want to watch that?
Yeah.
It looks fucking hideous.
I've seen the other films. Obviously, scary movie, The Hot Chick. You have to watch The Hot Chick. You're going to love The Hot Chick.
Yeah, I'm not sure I've seen
it.
it.
I don't.
I can't remember
maybe
what
she
that's.
would,
What's it based on? That Hot Chick.
Oh, it's when these group of like high school girls, basically, and a robber, they swap earrings or something or another, and he turns into this like rich girl, and then she changes into him. So it's like a body swap, isn't it? Like a Freaky Friday kind of a thing.
You're
it's
asking
brilliant.
me. I haven't seen it. I haven't seen it yet.
Oh, it's brilliant. It's
We
brilliant.
discussed this, did we not? Was it off mic?
And then you've got like you've got him going around in like this really skimpy clothes with like all this chest hair out and like trying to shave his armpits and everything. It's just brilliant.
Oh, I haven't
brilliant.
seen
It
that.
sounds shit.
Oh, it's hilarious. You're gonna love it. She'll have to arm rewind.
Oh, I'm sure you will. Yeah.
Yeah. What else have we got?
Well, you like Red Notice, didn't you?
I didn't say it was a
I think I
brilliant
mentioned
film,
this in the
Ben.
Blair-
I just said it was funny
Right.
because he was in it.
Did I mention this in the Blair Witch? I think you kicked off a bit when I was like, yeah, your taste in films isn't the best. I think you kicked off a bit in Blair Witch.
Well, you always say that my taste in films are shit, but then you watch shit films, Ben. And then you defend it because you believe what you think is good. So if someone else turns and says they're shit, you get defensive.
Well, yeah, I know. Yeah, well, of course.
But you do watch
You can have
some
an
shit
opinion.
films.
I'm not saying you're wrong to like these films.
No,
I'm just saying they're shit.
No,
I think they're shit.
You say, and quote, oh, you always watch shit films
You
or
do.
Sit
you
back and
like
relax.
shit.
You do
this
like
unfold.
But
like a lot of shit.
You watch shit films too,
Right,
because
yes.
you put
Yes,
us through a shit
that's your
film at
opinion.
Christmas. Not last
Oh
Christmas.
God, we always
before.
hark back to that.
shite.
We always
But
hark
you
back to that
defend.
fucking horror. Yes, it wasn't very good.
Yeah, but you watch a film, you tell everyone
always
to
hark
watch it,
back.
How are you meant to watch a good film with you two?
and then you defend it, and you go, "It's bloody good."
Every year.
No, shit.
Christmas
don't
2018.
appreciate
Do you remember when
film.
you put that shit film on? I think there was some other shit going on as well. What about that fucking dry turkey, for bringing it up? If we're talking about that Christmas.
That was your
what was
mother's
more
fault.
offensive, that horror film or that dry turkey?
I was
The
under
horror
pressure.
film.
I was under pressure
Under
to cook
pressure.
in a different oven that
Oh,
I hadn't
yeah.
cooked in before.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
Right.
thank you. There's me
Used to let it.
dropping you off to work at 5 a.m. in the
Oh,
morning.
anyway,
across
let's
London.
not
go there to that
rehash Christmas 2018.
He wasn't very happy on that
Fucking
particular Christmas.
Well, I think it was a bit of a bad year, wasn't it?
it was a
Was
bit
that
I think it was a bit of a
17?
ropey fucking year.
Was that Matt 17?
No,
2018.
2018.
2018.
Lots of fun in 2018.
Anyway, back to Ben's shit taste in film, because he has shit taste in film too. So it's not just me. I just like sometimes easy films, silly films that have some funny lines in it. And Red Notice
Right, yes. Well, of course.
was a shit film, but it had some funny bits in it.
Yeah. As always with these sort of films like Red Notice, it's just when you compare them to other films when it comes to budget and, in this case, special effects. So, for example, looking at Red Notice, the special effects in that, the CGI, comparing it to Dune or June, and I wasn't a big fan of June, but the budget for it was about $160 million, I think, around that, something like that. Red Notice's budget was, I think, 250 million, or between 200 and 250 million. So that means that Red Notice was potentially at least $50 million more to make than June. Well, Red Notice, again, has got some of the worst CGI I've ever seen.
Well, yeah.
That fucking scene, which I saw when they're in the stadium with the bullfighting.
Yeah.
I can't believe it. I can't believe that is acceptable in that sort of film. The budget that big and they're producing that fucking dog shit. It's so offensive how shit that looks, that scene.
Yeah, there were some bad bits in it.
Oh, but it's crazy. It's crazy, this CGI.
Yes.
Oh my God.
Oh, yes, agreed.
$250 million for that misery.
But I still like
Anyway,
the line
just friends,
when
please.
The Rock wore a hairnet and Ryan Reynolds said, "Why are you wearing a hairnet?"
Well, at least that's practical, yeah.
Bald.
You got no hair.
And I think that's still funny, that particular one. Anyway, let's go to Blake Lively. I quite like Blake Lively. So Ryan Reynolds is married to Blake Lively, isn't he?
Yeah, what's that got to do with anything?
I just wanted to mention the fact that he's married to
Oh,
Blake
right.
Lively and the fact that they obviously have all this online
Banter.
Well, he's done...
banter, yes.
You know, and
where
I guess...
they're horrible to each other, which is actually a very, very good way of marketing each other, isn't it?
Yeah, of course. Yeah,
But
well,
it is.
Of course, well, me and Fiona could do that, but no one knows who we are.
Sure, yeah.
I know, but it's
We just be passive aggressive towards each other, Ben.
but
fair, yeah.
I know,
There's
I
a
know.
bit of
Yes, it's
difference.
fine. Yes, it's lovely.
bit
Yes,
difference,
but
yeah.
obviously, if you've got an audience of,
lovely.
if you've got an audience of 20, I'm talking about those two. If you've got an audience of 20 million, then it's great,
Yeah.
isn't it? When
Yeah.
you can go like, oh, look at this practical joke I played on Blake. Hee hee hee. Oh my God, you two are so fucking adorable. Woohoo!
Then you've got me and Ben.
It's-
Fuck off.
Yeah, but again, if you had the audience, people would be like, oh, those two, God, what they're like.
Well, they are funny.
And, I guess deservedly so, because it's Ryan Reynolds, good looking bloke. Sure, he's a nice guy.
Fit.
He's done well, isn't
Sexy.
he? He was married to Scarlett Johansson. I'd never marry her. I think that's...
Yeah, he married her for a few years.
Well,
wasn't
fine.
he?
Yeah, you probably would, actually.
was he?
If you had the,
Oh,
if you had the chance, I'm sure you would marry Scarlett Johansson.
Oh, would you, Ben? Would you really?
They broke up, and then now he's gone to Blake Lively. So.
But he was also
Not
with
bad, is
Alanis
it?
Morissette. Was it Alanis Morissette?
Yeah,
Is
she
that
was...
Oh, yeah.
She
She
was
was in
the
this
film,
in
wasn't
the
she?
deleted scenes.
Yeah.
He was with her. And she wrote
So,
that.
in terms of that, he's doing okay, isn't he?
Yeah.
Ryan.
But now he's settled. He's got kids and etc. And he's doing well for himself.
Aging like a fine wine.
Got a gin, hasn't he? What's the gin called?
Is.
Aviator.
Is that what it's called?
Aviation.
Don't know.
Don't know. I get confused with the Rocks.
Oh, it's tequila.
and,
Oh, yeah.
Rock's got
Oh.
tequila, isn't it? His is tequila, isn't
Oh,
it?
yeah. Yeah, he's having tequila. Yeah, breakfast, lunch, and dinner.
Yeah.
The old Rocky boy.
Yeah.
What's The Rock not into? He's into everything. He's doing
Fiona, sorry, he's the hardest worker in the room.
Yeah.
He's into everything.
But I guess
Ben.
you're going to do that to afford your lifestyle and make sure you've got plenty of money in the future.
Well,
aren't
you
So
see,
if you can do
yes.
it, you do it.
Yeah,
don't
The
you?
Rock had $7 in his pocket or something, or whatever it is. He's got a production company called $7 or $8 because when he came to somewhere, he had $7 in his pocket, and he's the hardest worker in the room.
Oh.
Cool.
So
Shall we go back to Just Friends?
good for you.
Yeah. Shall we return?
Shall
Yes.
we?
What have we got? Who have we talked about? Chris Klein. Who else? Chris Marquette. Girl Next Door. What else is he in?
Don't know.
Freddy versus Jason.
Oh, was he in
Fucking hell,
that?
Thanks for that, Mac.
Who was in that one?
The brother.
Do you know Freddy versus Jason?
Yes, I've seen that.
Oh, Jesus.
long time
Poor
ago.
you.
Yeah, it was awful.
The brother's in it.
Oh, I didn't. I can't remember.
I wouldn't worry about it, honestly.
Yeah, I was going to say I can't really remember him being in anything else.
Amy Smart, we said that she was in Road Trip. That's a fun enough film. You know Road Trip? No?
No.
Crank?
Road
You said
Trip.
Crank,
I
didn't
said
you?
Crank, yeah.
I remember Road Trip. I'm just trying to think. Road Trip.
The
Have I
Butterfly
seen that?
Effect. She's in that.
Oh yeah. I think I've seen that.
She was quite a big hitter, wasn't she, back in the day?
Well, she's been in stuff, but I don't think I'd ever call her a big hitter. I'm not sure, but I don't hear Just Friends coming up a lot. I don't know if it's one of those sleeper films that people don't really mention when it comes to Christmas, or it's just not that liked.
Well, looking at the reviews on the IMDb, it's actually not very well received at all.
No, I don't. Well, it wasn't when it came out. No.
Well, one of the big reasons that I've read is because none of the characters are likable.
Mm.
So that's what
Oh,
a lot of it
well, there you go
came.
then.
A lot of people come across that there just wasn't one that they liked throughout the entire film. But it is now known for a Christmas film purely because obviously the fact of where it was filmed, the weather, the fact
well, yeah,
it was Christmas time.
I think it's always been a Christmas film. There's no
I don't-
dispute in that.
No, I think it's now. It's more.
Do you mean
in the
do you mean
later
it's
years? It's become more
like a
known
cult
as
Christmas classic type?
Yeah,
Right,
yeah, but not at the start. But I mean, they were filming in. I can't remember where they were actually. I can't remember it because I couldn't pronounce it. To be fair, but it actually got down to -54 in some parts
All
in
right.
that.
Jesus.
Well, at least it's on location, I suppose.
Yeah, but they couldn't get all the film equipment out and all the people that they needed in order to film everything, because all the flights were cancelled and they couldn't get them out, so they had to improvise on a lot of the filming.
There we go. Yeah, you just had your hand over your mouth. I didn't hear that last
It's
bit.
just scratching.
Oh, right.
You're not allowed to scratch.
Oh, I'm not
You're not allowed to do
scratch.
anything. Just
Yes.
sit still and be quiet.
There's,
Yeah.
and
Double
there's
quiet.
certain lines in this film. There's not that much controversial stuff in it, but again, you watch these sort of films. This is what 2005, and there's certain lines of dialogue that characters are coming out with. Gays being said quite a lot.
What? Raise your hand if your brother's a homo.
Well, yeah, and then I think he calls Ryan Reynolds gay and stuff,
Yeah.
or that's so gay, and of course you can't be saying all that stuff anymore.
You'll always be
one of those-
fat to me, Chris. There's another one.
I think you can. Well,
People do say that in films all the
no,
time.
I know, but I'm saying you can't say gay in that term. You can't say that's so gay. It's negative, isn't it? You're using the word gay in a negative way.
Hmm.
Film was before 2010. The dialogue is very different.
Mm.
And this one's not that bad. 40-Year-Old Virgin. Those sort of films. You can't make that now. There's no way.
Yeah, but you can make any type of film now.
Yeah, but you can't.
Obviously, it's people's perception, isn't it?
Well, I
because
know,
people
yeah.
make inappropriate films all the time.
I know, but more about the lines of dialogue and how people were talking to each other.
Well, you've got Christmas songs, some station bands like Christmas songs, like I think the Fairy Tale of New York
Yeah, it's
was
just
banned at
ridiculous.
one point as well because
Fiona,
of the
that
words
mic is
used.
getting fucking kicked all over the place. I don't know what we're doing with that.
Just
I don't know.
repositioning myself, Benjamin.
I know.
that microphone.
Can you not hear it when it's going? It's
No, I can't, Ben.
I can't hear
No, I
anything.
can't.
Weird that it's just me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think you can hear it, but you've just got
It
no
is just
interest.
you,
No, Ben.
It is just you.
Thank you, Iris.
Yeah,
Thank you.
because I can't hear anything either. See, when you do that, I
it's
can't
this.
hear that.
Right. Okay.
I can hear that.
I can't hear that.
Oh, so you can hear me doing. Right. Okay.
Not in the
Okay.
earphones, I
Don't
can't.
rise to it, Ben. Just doing it on purpose.
Yeah, don't rise to it. Yeah.
Yes. Right.
Oh.
Okay.
Jinx.
God.
Oh,
How long's this? We need
Oh.
to wrap up soon. I think I've got to edit this shit.
well, I haven't really got much else to say on it, really, to be fair.
Just, we love Ryan. That's all.
Right. How does this rank for you,
Oh,
Christmas
there
wise?
is a little bit of trivia for you.
Please.
Yes,
I've just
please.
remembered,
Hit me.
actually. So, Dusty Dinkelman's character was originally could have gone to Bradley Cooper, but the only reason why Bradley Cooper didn't do that particular character was because he was under contract filming something else.
Oh.
And that's why they couldn't get him. So it went to
All right.
Chris Klein instead.
Oh, what year is it? 2005. So was he doing Wedding Crashers, maybe?
Oh, I don't know.
Yeah.
Don't know what he was contracted to do, but he was in a
Well,
contract.
yeah. As I said, I think Chris Klein did a good job.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it was
I'm
all
sure.
right.
I'm sure Bradley would have worked as well. Yeah. Yeah.
But we always say that, oh, if someone else had done it, it wouldn't have been the same. Well, yeah, it would have been. It's just because you wouldn't have known any different.
Well, yeah. Well, if Ryan Reynolds wasn't in this film and the storyline, everything was still the same, it wouldn't be as likable, would it?
But then if you put Ryan Gosling in, which everyone gets confused with Ryan Reynolds and Ryan Gosling, it's always been like that for years and years, isn't it? People get confused with the two. Put Ryan Gosling in, it probably would have worked the same, but in a different way, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Then
That's
it's
one.
just
That's
the
one of the
facial
jokes,
impressions.
isn't it? As well, because you know what those two are like, Blake and Ryan, because they're so hilarious. Doesn't she? For some of his birthday, she puts the picture when they're together of Ryan and Ryan, but then she cuts out
Yeah.
Reynolds and she has Gosling. You see,
Yeah.
it says "Happy Birthday, babe."
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, fucking those two are a fucking hoot, Ryan.
Yeah. I'd have them both. I'd have Gosling
Yeah.
and Reynolds, to be fair.
I would too.
Have them both.
Round on the for an evening.
You could shove a
at
bit
the
of
same
Bradley
time.
Cooper in there as well.
And Bradley
Your
Cooper.
son's sitting next to you.
Yeah.
Brad
But only
Pitt.
for dinner.
Right.
Come round.
They can come to me for dessert.
Dinner table.
Oh God. you
Oh,
two.
oh,
Pathetic.
oh. Oh.
Okay, what else we got then? We've crossed the 50-minute mark, so I'm keen just to... Right, so Christmas-wise...
It's
is
up
this,
there.
Is this ranking high for
Yep,
you in terms
yep.
of Christmas films?
Definitely top 5. 100%.
Yeah,
Top
I watch
five,
it every
right.
year.
Yeah, every year.
It's a weird one. I watch it every year. It's just one of those things, isn't it? It's become a bit of a
Well, it's an odd
ritual.
film for me. It is odd because normally I would stay clear of these. I would not enjoy these at all, but I have to say that it does hold up.
Yeah, it does.
I do find it quite good. Maybe that's because of the characters. Maybe that's why. Because it's not your typical romantic comedy where it's the same beats, the same progression of characters. Maybe that's why I can get on board with it. Because the characters are so unlikable. Because it's not just the same shit of someone comes in and they're trying to win the girl and they're like someone else and they don't quite see this is the one for them. and they go on all these adventures and they have all the games and the dates and the silliness. You have that, but then it's not. You get to the end of it and you're like, well, these two just shouldn't be together. This is shit.
Hmm.
When Ryan goes back to LA, it's like, yeah, that's about right. Because nothing's happened in this film where I've gone, oh, God, you two, I'm really rooting for you. That's the same with Jamie as well. I wasn't sitting there going, oh, God, Jamie, yeah. Well, I'm just not seeing it. Yeah, she's good looking, but... And?
But actually, you just reminded me of the scene that we haven't discussed, was the scene where he was pretending to be the cool man and the I didn't care and the attitude. And then he sat in his Porsche after dropping her off. And he's in the Porsche, isn't he? Literally sick at himself. Basically wants to vomit over himself because of the way he acted. And he's kicking off at himself in the Porsche and she's staring at him through the window. That, for me, was funny as well because obviously she saw him do that. So what was strange about that is that she was smiling. So she must have understood why he was doing what he did, but for some unknown reason didn't give him the grace of it, if you know what I mean. She didn't, it just went on like normal again and she didn't kind of like him and the way he was acting. But almost that scene was saying that she realised what he was doing. Yeah. It didn't quite make sense, but it was... Yeah, it was a strange one. It was a funny scene, but it was a strange one. If she hadn't smiled, then I wouldn't have looked at it and thought it was strange. Because it's almost as if she knew that he'd been acting like a dick and she was laughing at him.
Well, she did.
But then...
What's the confusion?
But what was confused about it was because she still wasn't receptacle to him. She still wasn't open to him and was still thinking he was acting like a dick.
Yeah, but I think she was open to him from the start. It's because he kept fucking up. They kept going on these dates. They went to do the ice hockey. That got fucked.
Yeah, but then she brought in Dusty Dinkelman on it all. On the date to the bloody cinema. She
and the mother.
Him on it, and it was all just odd.
Well, yeah. Okay,
yeah, all right. She did stay over at his place, didn't she?
Yeah.
And he didn't take the opportunity, I guess.
Yeah,
so.
but that's because he was worried. He was, well, where does this go? He just doesn't want to sleep with her. He wants it to go somewhere else. But what if she's not feeling the same?
Yeah.
The thing is, you could look at it, if you're already invested in the whole romantic comedy and you want the characters to develop and all this, and they're not likeable, a lot of people would turn off. They'd be like, well, this isn't a romantic comedy. I don't like any of these characters. I'm not rooting for these people. This is shit. That's why I'm like, oh, do you know what? Yeah. It doesn't make any sense.
Yeah.
The characters and the way they develop just doesn't make any sense.
Yeah.
Because at the end of it, you're not in any way going, oh, yeah, they made it.
It's not the actual film that I like. Yes, I like it. I like it for the humour.
Yeah.
But when you see other films, like other Christmas films that's in my top 5, like The Holiday.
Yes.
I like the storyline of it.
Can we turn the microphone?
Yeah. I like the storyline of it. And, you know, you are actually rooting for the characters. You are rooting for Kate Winslet and Jack Black to get together. You are.
Yeah.
So it's a completely different type of film. I think this film is just funny. That's all that this film is.
Yeah.
Yes, well, the humour elevates. Yeah.
Without that, you wouldn't have anything,
flop.
would you? Yeah. Yeah.
Is that it?
I think that's it. I've got nothing else to add.
I'm all out.
Any quotes?
Dusty out.
That's quite a funny one from Dusty, actually, when he puts his head through the curtains. Do you guys want to join us in a carol to celebrate the birth of our Lord and Saviour? That's quite humorous.
Yeah.
It's for the children!
Are you giggling over there, Ben?
Well, that's quite funny.
No.
It's quite when he just pops his head through and then Ryan screams and he starts wiggling his tongue and stuff. That's quite humorous.
Yeah, that's a good one. But my favourite line is still ostentatious. It's all they had left. That, for me, is my favourite line.
And then he was like saying, like, literally the scene before that, he was going to get his car and really impress her. Obviously, it backfired.
Yeah. No, it's a good film. It's a good Christmassy film.
Excellent Christmassy film. Funny.
Right, okay. There you go. Great. Thanks for coming back again, Mum. Really appreciate it.
Yeah, thanks, Mum.
Not sure what this is going to sound like, considering
it's very stressful.
The setup.
If anyone knew what this setup was and how
well, it's not it's not stressful for everyone else, though, is it? You're not sitting there stressed, are you? Are you stressed?
I'm really hot.
Very stressed.
Yes, because you've got about fucking 15 layers on. Have you been talking into the mic the whole time?
I'm just
going
to say that these two are in their pyjamas, by the way.
Don't worry about me, Ben.
Add that in.
It's a bit late now.
Do you know how disgusting that line is when you say that? Don't worry about you. I wish I didn't have to worry about you. But you're talking to the microphone, so I have to worry
Yeah, but if
about
I
you.
move it, you give out to me, Ben.
I'm almost not here.
So you've been talking over it the whole time?
I don't know how I've been talking into it, Ben. I haven't really been watching myself, so I've just been going with the flow.
That's how you're talking to it like that?
Yes, I am talking into it like this, Ben.
Still here.
Yeah, you are now. And we're right at the end. And that's the episode's over.
Yeah.
Okay, can you give everyone the spiel?
More than saying sorry.
Do it over this.
Oh.
Can you give everyone the spiel, Fiona?
Yes.
Go, Fiona.
What are you waiting for?
Well, she hasn't sang yet.
Go wait
I don't want you to sing. I want you to tell everyone about the social media.
Okay.
Why are you obsessed with singing? Your singing is shit. You're obsessed with singing for some reason. You can't sing. I don't want you to sing.
So, if you like what you hear,
I'm waiting for the fucking song.
you can find us on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and all of the social media platforms. You'll find us on FilmFloggers, which you don't like to do, and also
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Oh, it's...
TikTok if that's what you like. Yeah, Goodreads, Good Pods. We're
What
there.
the fuck is Goodreads?
I'm distracted by the fucking
We've
phone.
got a book, have we?
Goodreads.
It's a book.
Oh.
Good Pods.
It's a book. Good, yeah.
Good Pods. There we go. And yeah, we're doing 12 vlogs of Christmas, so
Oh, yeah. that's
don't
good.
forget to like, share, comment, and review. Tell Ben he's an ass.
Cool.
Merry Christmas, all.
Are we done?
Is that it? Is it? Any final thoughts, Mum?
Forgiveness.
I've really got nothing else left to say. I'm
And
exhausted.
away.
I'm exhausted by this positive environment
Sorry.
that's going on right now. Yeah, just getting a bit in the flow of the tunes.
Okay, is that it then, is it?
Divine.
Yeah, that's it?
Yeah.
Okay,
That's it.
right. There we go.
Wine.
God, turn this off. We
Happy
start
Christmas!
Singing more. Yeah, do you want to say Happy Christmas, Mum? Yeah?
Oh, happy Christmas, everybody.
Yeah, that's good. Okay.
And Happy New Year.
That last bit actually reminds me of your voice.
Should I be insulted?
Probably, yeah. There's something in the air.
A flog. How do you end it? How do you do that?
Hello and welcome to What's Our Seat Number. If you're listening to this trailer, you're deciding whether or not you're going to listen to this podcast.
Good.
But chances are we've lost you already.
Good. Wait, what? No, come on, Matt. What?
Well, I mean,
Why?
it takes what, like 10 seconds for people
You're
to lose
being
interest in things?
defeatist.
I am
You're
not
being
being
defeatist.
defeatist. They've
You
gone
are.
already. It's for now.
Then, well, now they are because we started arguing, so we've both sort of driven them out.
Well, go
Right,
on
just
then.
go on to
Tell
you-
the dead air who we are.
Okay, the dead air,
The dead air.
the cadaver.
The people who aren't listening anymore.
I'm taking control. You introduce yourself, and then I'll introduce myself, and then we'll talk a little bit about what we're doing. Right? It's going to sound more professional that way. Go.
Okay. I'm Johnny Gross. I am a filmmaker and a film fan and fanatic and obsessive.
Good. Very good. That was very well done. Very professional. You sounded like you're in control and almost like you know who you are.
All right then, and who are you?
I'm Sai. I'm a 3D artist and a game designer, a film fan. I'm your brother as well.
Really?
So we're going to be talking about some of our favourite movies and hopefully some of yours as well. There's going to be trivia behind the scenes.
Do you want to tell the listeners why we've called this podcast What's Our Seat Number?
You really came to the right person with fielding this question because I feel that I can take this story and really bring it to life. Okay, so one time we went to go and see a film in the cinema and I asked, what's our seat number?
Fantastic.
Was it good?
Yeah.
I did it for you.
It's great. If you want to hear more, you can check out the rest of our episodes. We're hosted by Podbean, but you can also find us on Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Spotify, Amazon Music or Audible, TuneIn, Alexa, Listen Notes, and now on iHeartRadio, Player FM, and Podchaser. So pretty much wherever you get your podcasts. Please don't forget to review, like, and rate, and keep listening, because the more you listen, the more we'll be able to produce. Bye.
Ta-ta.